Hello and welcome to my Tamiya Falcon Project 2000. In this video, what we're going to do, we're going to look at 3D printing modifications. Are they modifications or upgrades? I'm going to say upgrades. I'm going to use my Bamboo Labs P2S 3D printer. Awesome. And I'm using FreeCad software to design all my parts, and a lot of Schumacher goodies as well. So this is I'm not sure, is this prototype number 1 or prototype number 10? But anyway, I printed this in PLA plus silk. A bit of a waste, but hey ho. Always measure twice, people, or 3 times. Or 4. But anyway, Project 2000 Tamiya Falcon. We're going to upgrade the gearbox. No, we're going to redesign the gearbox and running gear. There was always a major flaw with the Tamiya Falcon, and that was the dog bones. Dog bones, trailing arms. Yeah, dog bones always used to fall out or snag or wear or break. And the gearbox, you couldn't upgrade it, you couldn't modify it, except for the Thorpe dog bones. They were awesome. So I think this was prototype number 5 or 6, I think. Fitted. What I'm trying to do is get the 3D printed gearbox to fit on the original points of the chassis. So that was I'm losing count, people. This is the running prototype. So we've got the Schumacher Top Cat Cougar works / gearbox mounted onto this Tamiya Falcon. Look at that, people, beautiful. We're using all the running gear from the Schumacher Cougar, okay? We're using the drive shafts. We're using the ball diff, we're using the spur gear, everything. Everything is Schumacher running gear. So I'm just double checking that the trailing arms don't snag on the, but I'm saying that I'm going to modify the trailing arms. I'm going to bring them out at least 10 mil, I think. But anyway, I've used my Gold Rush. My vintage Gold Rush motor, just to give it era correct. Got to remember, Tamiya Falcon, 1986 onwards, from about 1986. I think it still hung around till about 1990, 91, 2. But that is my running prototype, fitted on the Falcon chassis. So look, this is a slipper clutch. Pro slipper clutch. Get it right, people. I'm a pro diff, but I'm not going to use this pro diff in my final build. I'm going to use the Cougar 2 Works diff, but I am going to put on, see, look, that is the original gearbox next to my prototype, and I am going to use these, but they are slightly too long for this configuration. This is why I've got to bring out the trailing arms by at least 10 mil. Yeah, should work quite nicely. So this is prototype number, oh blimey, I think we're into double figures now. We're into double figures. So this is what we're going to use on the final build. We're going to use a motor cover. We're going to use the Schumacher side plate. I might go carbon. Might get some carbon side plates. Put a bit of bling on my build, people. And my previous prototypes didn't have a motor cover. See the difference with this prototype. It's got a motor cover. See, that's beautiful. Look how well it fits. That's, yeah, like I say, motor cover is important. I didn't even think about it, people. Still started running the prototype. See, I do have to have a spur gear cover as well. I might use the original Schumacher spur gear. There's enough room on my design to use that. But I might give it a bit of bling and design myself and print it out yellow. See, this motor cover in this configuration does change a lot, but that will change again. Everything's up for change, people. This might be prototype 15 maybe, and it's got the integrated port, let's call this porthole. So I did put a bit of bling on the bottom. Look at that, people. Falcon, got to remember. Oh, look at that. I might even print that in black and yellow. I might do that. But anyway, you got the chassis, you've got prototype number 20 possibly. 3D printed. I think that is printed in Sunlu filament, PLA plus. And that, after that configuration, okay, we're on to the final. This is the final prototype. This is going to be built with the Cougar 2 works, diff and drive shafts. So this is my final build. Obviously printed in, oh, it's not obvious, it's printed in black, but it's printed in black Sunlu filament, PLA plus 2.0. I'm sure that's what it said. But there we go. Let's have a look at the Schumacher gearbox. This is what it's all about, people. Fitting my Schumacher gearbox, which is technically era correct for the Falcon. Mounting that gearbox casing onto the Falcon, which was a bit of a task. But we had the basic design given to us by Mr. Schumi, and it works awesomely, people, awesomely. It took me a while to design this on FreeCAD because I had no experience. I started from zero and became a hero in 3 months. It's taken me 3 months to learn and print this. So I'm pretty happy with that. Pretty happy. Nice little project. Motor cover, people. This is what I ended up with. This is my prototype number 2 or 3, I think, for the motor cover. Wow, so much prototyping, people. Printed in Sunlu yellow. Quite a nice filament, actually. What I've done with this gearbox, I've modularized it. You know, the build. You know, instead of trying to print it all in one, I've modularized it to make it easier for the end user. I mean, this will be available for sale if anyone's interested in the future, but that's after I've finished it, obviously. If anyone's interested. Here you go, look at that. Oh, marvellous. Marvellous, people. So this porthole, extremely important when it comes to belt tension, because a major consideration of putting a Schumacher Cougar gearbox together is the eccentrics, which need to be adjusted to get the belt tension. So it's alright slapping all these components together, but if you can't get the belt tension, here you go, porthole, demonstration of how that goes together. That is the final bit when you build it together. That is the final bit, and that is to get the belt tension. Normally, when you're building your Schumacher gearbox, you like peel it apart and check it with a screwdriver. And that's it then, people. That is the prototype. And this is the Falcon gearbox. In comparison to my redesigned modification. Oh, it's not a modification, it's an upgrade, isn't it? This is not a modification. Beautiful. Look, integrated some yellow. Here you go. Go on. Get rid of that. And this is the final configuration. Printed with my Bamboo Labs PS2. Look at that. This is the Cougar 2 works diff with the metal drive shafts that will be used on the final build. Awesome, isn't it? And then I've got to extend the rear arms to accommodate these. But look, slipper clutch. Have you ever seen a slipper clutch on a Tamiya Falcon? No. Best modification ever was the Thorpe dog bones, but slipper clutch, I will be putting a pro slipper clutch on this. Eventually, that'll be the very last configuration, I think. But 3D printed, designed with FreeCad, and I think in my series of videos I will be showing the full build and my progress. So we're going to do gearbox, rear arms, front wishbones, we're going to do the D parts as well. We're going to change the whole Falcon. And I'm just thinking what motor to put in it. And I've got this, is it Tanalan motor? I might put that in it. Why not, people? Why not? Because look at it. Bit of bling for my Falcon, people. And that's it, really. This first video, just saying what my whole project's about, how we're getting there, and what we're going to do. And I think that's about it then, people. And thank you very much for watching, and tune in for the next one. And laters.